Well, today on Nation, a window cleaners podcast, we're talking about rescheduling. Like, yes, dentist close and all those things, but you have to improve your reschedules, and we'll talk about some ways to do it. So if you're a window cleaner or just want to hang out, stay tuned to WCR Nation. What's up, everybody? Jersey here from windowcleaner.com, and you are here. If it's your first time here, have a look around. Literally 7.5 years. We're going on 8 years this June of content every single week. Some episodes are not that bad. So go back, binge on everything. If you are not new and you're back, thanks. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for reviewing the podcast on Spotify. Thanks for putting orders in through me. Thanks for everything you guys do for me. Literally, absolutely phenomenal. I get to exist on this planet because of all you. So thank you. I don't want to blow it up too big, but it's because of you I exist. Anyway, today we're talking about rescheduling, and I have to say, 100% of people could be better at this. 100%. I have not met somebody yet that is absolutely perfect at this. And I say that because a lot of you are listening. If you haven't been beaten to death by the dentist close stuff I talk about, a lot of you think about your company. You do a service and you go, oh yeah, every one of my customers calls me back. You're waiting on them. You put your entire existence of your business in the customer's hands. Like, that's not running a business. That's just doing some work and hoping people call you, right? I think that a lot of us, and I did this for a lot of years until I kind of decided to make a change in that part. But the biggest difference in an entire business versus like one that's not great is you'll go out and you'll find new customers. Oh man, we're advertising. All these new people are coming. Oh yeah. But then you do the job and you're like, all right, call me when you need me. New customers, look for new customers. Your entire time is spending 700% more energy finding new customers. It's more expensive. It takes way more time. You have to try to build the trust, the love, the like, all that with the customer, then have them do it. And then you just like, oh, cool, I'm going to go find more customers. It's the wrong way to think about it. New customers are huge. They really are. Especially in the beginning, it's all new customers. You got to have new customers. I get that part. That's going to continue regardless. That's your advertising, your marketing, your SEO. That's all of the stuff that you pay for, have, and do to get people to know your business. But if you do service for a customer, they go, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. They like you. They trust you. They've used you. They know your prices. Awesome. But why would you wait for them to call you? Because here's the truth of the matter. If we're not the ones, the business owners, if we as the business owners are not the ones to dictate scheduling, rescheduling, all that, we basically go, hey, high five. Hopefully you think about window cleaning again. And their windows are going to look really good for a long while. And even after 6 months, they'll start to get dirty, but not enough for them to notice. Then it gets into the off season, then they're not going to want to do it. And then maybe spring comes and they just get too busy. And typically, now you're at 2 years. If you really genuinely look at your rotation, it's not 1 year. It's not, oh yeah, they call me every year. It's not. It may feel like that, but if you really look at your analytics, it's not. Because the windows have to be dirty enough for them to want to call you again. And people forget when their windows were. They just look at their windows and they're starting to get dirty. Like, yeah, but I just got it done. No, you had it done like a year ago. You just don't remember. Lots of stuff happens. So if we take the reschedule bit back from the customer, now we're not just letting our business run and hoping it goes well. What we're doing now is we're taking control. We're the ones that make kind of the business part happen. And this is the biggest piece to your business. The difference between just a job and a business is frequency. It's if every one of your customers was booked every 6 months, just regular, that's a business. That means that if you did 100,000 last year, you already got $100,000 on the books for this year. Everybody knew on top of that. Think about it. This may be you. Think about how many companies just go ahead and start the year off. And when they start the year, they have nothing in the books, maybe one or two. They're just like, well, I sure hope things pan out. It'll be a good year. We had a great year yet last year. Like, it is absolutely insane. And then what happens is people go, well, I don't know, it's really slow this spring. Does anybody else feel how slow it is? You're asking two different things. If you're not doing reschedules, you're asking, is it slow for anybody else? And there's a lot of companies doing reschedules. They're like, no, it's the busiest ever. And you're like, well, how the heck are some companies so busy and I'm not? That's why. People aren't just sitting there going, all right, hopefully people will call today. I'd love to book something in the schedule. Like, they're not doing that. You can't advertise in off season, and you can't spend all your time advertising just for new customers. It's harder to get new customers. So why not take customers you already have and get them booked? Okay. I'm off the high horse on the booking and why. I always tell people and they go, yeah, no, that makes sense. But they don't understand how absolutely detrimental it is to the growth of a big company. Like, how do you think these companies are doing $1 million? Do you think they're going out there and just like hoping people call them? It's not possible. There's so much they have to feed that company to get $1 million. That would be like, 100 new customers a day. It just doesn't happen, right? Okay. So what do you say? Like, how do you get more customers? How do you get reschedules? How do you get more on the books? How do you get all of that? First off, change your mindset. This is the biggest thing I think that people really kind of, this is why this part is hard, is because people go, well, I don't want to scam them into doing it every 6 months. What? Like, what are you talking about? Like, windows get dirty the minute you stop cleaning them. They start to get dirty. They stay getting dirty. 6 months is a great rotation. That catches all the seasons your windows are good. It takes 6 months to kind of feel a little bit like they're dirty again. If you did it every month, which we do a lot of houses, monthly, that's just personal preference on their end. But what makes 6 months seem too much for you? Like, why does your mindset feel like, oh, it should be just once a year or once every 2? Why? We're a luxury business. Your job entirely is to make a customer happy. They don't die if the windows don't get clean. They don't get kicked out of their house if they don't clean their windows regularly. They don't burst into flames. There is no real reason people have to get their windows done other than it makes them happy. Oh, it looks less light and oh, so good. Yeah, you could get damage in windows and etching, and if they're really, I get that. But like, for real, think about that. It's just to make them happy. So why not make them happy more often? And now we're talking once every 6 months is absolutely optimal. I always offer 3 months. I always offer 6 months. I have a lot of people that do it monthly. I have one person that does it every 3 weeks. Entire house. 2-story, 30,000 square foot house. Every 3 weeks. And the reason is because the 4th week of every month, her husband's traveling and she gets a bunch of stuff done. So that when he comes home, it's all, well, anyway. Who am I to say, I don't want to make you that happy? I don't want you to be like, oh, well, that's too much. Like, the mindset, your mindset is the reason you're not booking the reschedules, why the dentist close isn't hitting hard, why you're not getting them to do that, because you're not convinced. It's really hard to convince them of something that you're not convinced of. And this is where the way you say it is what makes sense. Like, the actual phrasing. And I'm going to give it to you right now. We'll jump into why it works, all that stuff, but I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. Now, for most of you guys know my every residential crew chief that does this, one person in the crew's the talker, one person's the tech, that kind of thing. And when they go up in the beginning of the job, hey, Mrs. Jones, my name is Jersey, XYZ Window Cleaning. We have badges on. Just want to let you know we're here. We're going to go ahead and start getting set up. So if you hear us or see us, you see that. In just a minute, I'm going to get suited up, get my stuff on. I'll be inside. We're going to just stage the windows, make sure everything's locked, pull your screens out, all that stuff, and we'll get going. Just so you know, here's your envelope. There's just some other services that we have in there. Please let me know if any of those you want estimates on. We can give those to you right now, even if you don't have the service, just so you know. And then, of course, there's a satisfaction form. Let us know how we did. Put that back into the envelope with your payment if it's a check, or if it's card, I can take that at the end also. But seal it up. I don't need to see it. It's just to see how we're doing and for the boss man to kind of keep tabs on us, okay? That's my intro. Boom, simple, done, good, done. By the way, that's a system. It's always the same thing all the time. I'm never going to forget anything. The end is where it matters. Hey, Mrs. Jones. All right, so we are all wrapping up. We're just packing up now. Did you get a chance to look around at the windows? Yeah, oh my gosh, they look so great. Oh, it's so good. My plants are going to get so good. I'm so glad. Now listen, you're going to see your windows in different light, morning, noon, night. If you see any spots, streaks, or smears, please let us know. We'll come back, touch up that window, make it look perfect for you. From what we saw, everything looks fantastic. If there's hard water, I always land on the front windows. There is some hard water. If you have issues or you want to get that hard water removed, let me know. It's an acid wash. It starts at $25 a paint, blah, blah, blah. Oh, great. Okay. And do you have the envelope that we gave you in the beginning? Oh, yeah, here you go. Perfect. Okay, awesome. So everything is good to go there. And for your next appointment, did you want to do in 3 months or 6 months? 6 months gets you to September 7th, and that would be a morning appointment just like this one. That's it. I just gave you my entire spiel. Beginning, aft, all of it. You just heard the exact way that I and every one of our guys would ask and get the reschedule. Everyone. The reason that close happens 95% of the time, and there's companies doing what they say is 100%, but somebody dies, somebody moves, I get it. But the way that it's asked is why it works. Because when I put it out there, I am absolutely confident that we're going to be booking 3 months or 6 months. Which one did you want? If I ask you, and a lot of people I've explained this to, I give this example, but if I ask you, what's your favorite color? You may say chartreuse. You may say some weird color, I don't even know what it is. But if I say, what color do you like better, red or blue? What's your answer? None of you, except maybe 1%, would say chartreuse. Like none of you, because I didn't ask that. The problem in communication is people don't understand that the communication between people is dictated by the other person, always. Why we have one mouth, we have 2 ears, because we listen more than we talk. We should. Not a lot of you do that, but one of the things that I always tell people is how you ask somebody is how you get response to it. Now, if I said, do you want to get your windows cleaned again? That's a yes or no question. I'm implementing yes or no. I don't say, hey, do you want to get your windows cleaned again? And you say chartreuse. What? No. So many people who screw this up, or they go, well, you know what? It doesn't work in my area. Your customers are not any different than anybody else's. They're not. They're humans. You did it wrong. No, I did this perfect. I tell you, this is like every couple weeks, somebody calls and goes, hey, I bought a water fed system. It doesn't work. What's your TDS? Oh, it's 0 out of the system. Then it works. You're doing it wrong. No, I'm doing it right. Okay, you got to scrub the frames, scrub the glass, rinse a little better, keep close to the glass. Yeah, I'm doing all that. You're not. Otherwise, you wouldn't be getting spots. You're doing it wrong. No. Like, people are so dense sometimes. They fight the fact that it could be you. The reason your dentist closed and the reason you don't have reschedules is because of you or your crew chiefs or your operations officers, whoever's out there. The way you ask is the way they answer. So I say, And did you want that in every 3 months? Or did you want that in 3 months? Or did you want to wait 6 months? 6 months gets you to September. So it's the 7th. It's going to be a morning appointment again, just like this one. I didn't say yes or no. I said 3 months or 6 months. If I just simplified that question and just said, do you want 3 months or 6 months? I've ended that, and that's all thing you can think of. Now, that right there is a little bit too tight, and your brain didn't have enough time to think about it. You're like, well, I don't know. Actually, I'm probably... But what I do is I ask the 3 or 6 months, meaning I'm asking for a response, and it's either going to be 3 months or 6 months. I'm absolutely confident. I'm not transferring my unconfidence and that word that I can't think of. I'm not transferring that unsuredness to you. I'm confident. Do 3 months or 6 months. Now, I go into 6 months and I explain, because most people will do 6 months. And absolutely amazing. Remember, if a customer typically does every 2 years with you, check your books, and they move it to 6 months, you just 4x'd. 4x. You just quadrupled your income from that customer. Because instead of getting it once a year for every 2 years, you got it every 6 months. In the same amount of time, you'd have it done 4 times. Understand how big this is. Okay, but what I do is I say 3 months or 6 months. 6 months gets you 2, and I go into the 6 month one because I know they're going to pick that 6 month, and I need to make their brain even more confident instead of leaving it up in the air like, what's 6 months? Like, I have to think. Like, if I have to think of a date and the month and what is it and what season is, and I was no, like, I'm going to give them all that information. Gets you into September, and I know our schedule. It'd be September 7th. That's also a Tuesday, and it would be a morning appointment, just like this one. Now, I've told them everything that they could possibly be hung up on, because if they don't like the morning and it doesn't work, they'd say, well, actually, you have an afternoon? That's what they're focused on. They know the month, they know the date, and they know the time. And when I talk to them, I didn't even talk the 3 month. I'm not giving them, if you say, hey, what do you like? This one, 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 and this one, or this one. And you give them too many choices, it's called buyer's indecision. Buyer's indecision is huge. The reason we've all been there, you don't buy something is because you don't really think you have your mind made up. So if you're not really confident in your decision, you're not going to say anything. Man, I'm really looking at all these different vehicles. I don't know what I should do. Between 2 vehicles? No, it's like 4 vehicles, different options, models, types. What do I want? That's why there's too many choices. You haven't narrowed it down. But if you narrow it down, it's like, okay, do I want pancakes or do I want a club sandwich? I just can't decide. There's just too many. It's a lot easier to decide between 2 things. Okay? I ask confidently. I let them know all the information. I take away all the objections in their brain. And I'm asking them at the end of the service. They are not any happier than they possibly are at that moment it's done. Even the next day. They're like, oh yeah, no, everything looks good. They're like calm because they're like, yeah, that happened yesterday. I'm been excited because I saw a cute puppy on TikTok. Like, there's other things in their brain. We get them when they're the most happy. We basically are implying, hey, you know how happy you are right now? I could get you happy again in 6 months. Is that good? Like, it's that simple. I'll get more into this in a second. I got to stop and do a quick blurb. Hear me out. Usually I always talk about myself, and I am a rep for windowcleaner.com. It's what I do. It's how I get paid. Let me put your orders in 862-312-2026. And my shameless plug works eventually. So let me know. Big orders, little orders, it does not matter. Shoot me a text. Literally, I would love to put your orders in. If you're looking for something big and you got questions, man, I want to be a rep. So please. But I have something else for you guys. I haven't gotten the video together yet, but I am now working with Jobber, kind of on the low. I've done demos with Jobber before. You guys know Jobber. It's all over the place. It is absolutely phenomenal. I did the demo just to like keep up to date with a lot of stuff, and it turned into this whole thing of like, this is freaking amazing. Jobber is amazing. I'm not going to go into it. If you want to look at, by the way, in the notes, there's a link for it. You get a free demo, I think, and like 20% off for 6 months. So try it. But Jobber does literally everything. It's a CRM. Your techs will log in. They run everything on their phone. They can put notes that go back to you, save it with the customer. They can pay everything on their phone. All the scheduling's there. Every crew is there. It is absolutely mind-blowing what Jobber can do. Jobber's a CRM to run that part of the business and is not expensive. It is absolutely a huge, huge, huge game changer. So I won't go into it. Anyway, link down below. I'm going to start doing more with them because I think literally they're absolutely phenomenal. So check that out. Also, if you didn't know, I also own the American Window Cleaner magazine. This is a magazine made by window cleaners for window cleaners and is actually extremely visually amazing. The guy that does the design on this, his name's Justin. He is a genius. Also, it comes with a sticker sheet every single month. This one is, there you go, Huck Hogan. Anyway, so if you want that, go to awcmag.com, get a subscription because you're awesome. Anyway, okay, back to it. So I gotta do the shameless plug, I gotta make some money in the long run. I always get people too that like, they jump on their man, dude, you've helped me so much. It's been amazing. And I just want to say thank you. And they let me put an order in. And it's great. And I don't have Patreon or any of that. I just literally put your order in. It doesn't cost you anything. It just takes a couple seconds of your time to let me know. I put it in and then I get paid. And I can buy name brand things like hair gel and name brand bandages. And if I wasn't keto, well, carnivore right now, I would get name brand ramen. So anyway, thank you. So that's why this whole thing doesn't work sometimes, is that we're not asking the right way. And then we go, well, it doesn't work. I did it. No, I did it right. You didn't. The psychological side of communication is not a shady thing. It's not you trying to manipulate people. It's you trying to have a conversation that is geared into the correct answers. If you leave something open too much, okay? If you go to your wife, this is a general stereotype. I'm sorry, not sorry. I'm talking about my wife, at least. But if you go to your wife and you're like, hey, what do you want for dinner right now? I don't know, anything, doesn't matter. We know it's not anything. Cool, do you want to go for Italian? No, I'm not. Well, it's not everything. There's too many decisions, too many options to make a decision. But if you go to them and you go, hey, do you want to go to XYZ Burgers or do you want to go to the Chinese buffet? Two things. Which one do you want? You are going to get actual real answers. It's an amazing thing because you can give them options that minimize things to make them comfortable and make a brain work. And guess what? When they say, actually, let's do burgers, then they're happy because they chose that. They don't go, oh man, that one place though. Like in theory, that's not the way that a brain works. The brain works because you put something into the ears think about it, process it, and that time it takes is how answers come out. If I say, hey, do you want burgers, Chinese, McDonald's, we'll go to the Italian place, we'll go to this, I don't know, it doesn't matter to me. I can't think of a thing. I can't pick. That's the big piece. So in all communication, in any situation, in anything you're talking about, make it simple. People can make a decision between one or one. Do you like blue or red? Blue, probably. What do you like better? Coke or Pepsi? Huh? You just answered. But if I said, what was your favorite soda? Then it's a whole other plethora of stuff. I said, what do you like better, Ford or Chevy? Like how it looks. Nobody goes Tesla. Like that. That wasn't what was asked. So we're helping the conversation go by getting us the way that we need it answered. Right? And I make people so happy by cleaning their windows, I would do it every day if I could. They would be so absolutely happy. So I have no problem talking to them. 6 months is fantastic. That gets all seasons, really. You get spring and fall. They go through winter and they go through summer, and we have the windows clean. That's fantastic. So why aren't you pushing that? Here's another thing. You're going to have people that don't book. Just happens. Sometimes they're like, well, actually, let me check my... They have to go out of the comfort zone to say that, which is why their close rate is so high. Because they actually have to go, this guy asked if I want 3 months or 6 months, and I have to go out and come out of the conversation and go, actually, I need to wait, or I might be moving, or actually, I think I'm going to be out of town. That it's going to happen. I can't imagine anybody booking 100% of the time, because sometimes people have things coming up. When you go to the dentist, the reason that I coined it the dentist close is because when you go to the dentist, before you even leave, they're like, okay, so for your next appointment, is this date what? You're like, I don't know, 6 months, yeah. Who told you that it needed to be every 6 months? The dentist. Who told you needed to get your windows cleaned every 6 months? The window cleaner. In both of those situations, your brain all go, well, the window cleaner wants more money. But the dentist, he's doing what's in your best interest. Really? Really? I haven't had a cavity in like 10 years, but I go every 6 months. Are they actually preventing my cavities more than anything? No. They scrape some plaque off, move on. But I still go because the dentist recommends it. You're the professional. Sometimes it's hard to remember that you're the professional. They want to listen to you. They want to be guided. But here's the thing. If somebody says that, I'm calling them the next day. Hey, Mrs. Jones, Jersey from XYZ, window washing. We were there yesterday. I just wanted to call and see how everything looked. Oh, gosh, it was so good. I just reminded them of how happy they are. Now, every now and then I go, actually it looked good. There was one window that had a little streak across the back, but I just wiped it off. Don't worry about that. Oh, my gosh, I'm sorry about that. I'm glad you caught it. If you do see anything else, though, let us know, definitely. I just reminded them how happy they are, how happy they were the next day. Hey, Mrs. Jones, just looking over this too. We didn't see a reschedule in it, and I wanted to check with you if you wanted to get that done in 3 months or if you wanted to do 6 months. And just a reminder on that, 6 months gets you to, here's the dates, the time, and is it a morning appointment or afternoon appointment that would work best for you? Now, instead of the date, I'm focused on 6 months, but I asked the morning or afternoon. Now they have to go out of their comfort zone again to say that. The reason sometimes people say no is not because they don't really want it. If somebody's like, no, I'm done, my conversation's done. But if they're like, let me check my schedule. I'm getting notes back again. I hate plugging stuff, but Jobber or any CRM. Every tech leaves job notes and it saves to it and you see it. It's on their file forever. They can see exactly like, oh, their dog's name is Misty and, they had a broken window or the kid's going to college, whatever. One of the things is at the very end, customer didn't reschedule because they think that they're going to their Aunt Dolores's, whatever. I can look at that and go, hey, I know you said you were going to Dolores's. Did you get a chance to check your schedule? Now I hit them again. Now, even if you get, say, 5% of the people, we'll say even numbers 10 because I'm bad at maths. Say you get 10% of the people that say no somehow in the beginning, which you can get those numbers up, but 10%. Now what if I get 50% of those on the next day? So now I'm down and back to 95%. That's a quick one. Anybody that's left, I have it in my notes. I see that they're not in the schedule. They're on my call blast. Now I call in fall. Hey, Mrs. Jones, Jersey from XYZ Window Washing. We did your service 6 months ago and didn't have you rescheduled. I can see in the notes again. You were talking about maybe being at Dolores's, and I wanted to check out how that's going and if you know more of some specific dates to get you in. I didn't say yes or no, specific dates, right? How am I talking? What am I asking for? Right? If I call and go, hey, did you want to get it done? No, I'm good. Like, that's the default for people is no. Now I could pick up more people. My call list is small because I'm on this rotating schedule. My entire life is pushing for repeat customers, because that means that when I get a customer in to my web from a new customer, which you're already still doing that stuff, you're already spending your money in advertising, marketing, and everything else, they get stuck in. Now they're getting it done every 6 months forever until I screw it up, or they move, or they die, or I screw it up. Right? That's how you build a business. That is the key to having a big business and not just having a job. If you're on like pro window cleaning, we'll say, sorry, my watch is talking to me. If you're talking on pro and you're in there and looking around, pro window cleaning's got 35,000 window cleaners. You're going to notice really quick that most of them have just jobs. They are their own boss, air quotes, but they have jobs. They show up and like, what do I got to do today? And then some days they're like, well, I don't have work today. How do I get more jobs? That's not how it works, right? So put it all together, make it simple, make sure that that repeat is happening, and that is going to change the direction of your business. So anyway, I am a rep for windowcleaner.com. Please do let me put your orders in. 862-312-2026 is my cell. Let me know how I can help you and get the subscription. AWC Magazine, American Window Cleaner. It's been around since 1986. Go to awcmag.com. Jobber is also in the description to save some money on the most amazing software that I've ever been able to use. And more or less, until next week, go out there, reschedule every job, but more importantly, go out there and be epic.